So good morning everyone. So next topic we are going to be talk here. Yesterday we discussed about the topic is numerical based on the electric potential due to point charge. So today we are going to be talk about the number second topic is electric potential due to electric dipole. So let's try to understand what actually the concept is involving, in which we have to find out. We have to find out electric potential due to electric dipole. So in chapter number 1 we already talked about electric field due to electric dipole. In chapter number 1 we already talked about the electric field due to electric dipole. Now the important condition regarding to this is, if we already understood what is the meaning of the condition number 1, when this is electric dipole, negative charge and positive charge, and this point P is in this particular condition, by means we can say that in one line of action it is called axial condition. When this point P is just perpendicular to this particular axis, negative and positive charges, and separated by some particular distance, electric dipole. If this point P is perpendicular to this particular electric dipole, it is called equator condition. This is only and only applicable for the electric field. Why? Because electric field is a vector quantity, but electric potential is not a vector quantity. It is not in axial condition, it is not in equator condition. Why I am telling you? Because electric potential is a scalar quantity. So this is a big understanding which we have to be keep in the brain. According to the condition we are going to be talk here, electric dipole. So this is a negative charge and this is a positive charge. This is the center O. Distance is separated by this small a. This is also small a, and the total distance is 2a. Okay, so this particular concept we already understood in chapter number 1, electric dipole, when negative and positive charge are separated by 2a distance. Okay, now what we have to find out? Electric potential. See, perpendicular to this O, we are not going to be keep a point P where we have to find out electric dipole. We have to find out electric potential due to electric dipole. We are not going to be point P, we are putting perpendicular to this center O, and also not in one line of action of this particular dipole. So where we have to be put the point P? So point P we have to be put at some particular P at an angle. It is not in equator, it is not in axial condition. It is not in equator, it is not in axial condition, because electric potential is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means it consists in magnitude, but it does not consist in any fixed direction. So that's why we put this point P where we have to find out electric potential between this axial condition and equator condition. So obviously this point P is at distance r, and at an inclined condition it also consisting some particular angle is theta. Okay, now let's consider and join them. Let's say the point A and let's say the point B. So point P is just joined with the B. Let's say this is R2 and this point A is just joined with the P. Let's say this distance is R1. Okay, so I hope so you understood the diagrammatical understanding. Now we are going to be start here the derivation. So what we have to find out? Electric potential. Electric potential due to negative charge As you know that general formula of the electric potential is kq upon r. I hope so you understood that particular derivation. I already discussed previously electric potential due to point charge. Okay. So what we are finding here, electric potential due to a negative charge. So negative charge, we have to find out electric potential. Let's say this is a V1. So this is minus k q upon R1, equation number 1. Minus, why we have just taken here negative sign? Because we are finding electric potential due to negative charge. Electric potential due to negative charge at point P. At point P consisting distance R1. So here we have taken R1. Okay. So this is the general formula basis things. Now we have to find out electric potential due to positive charge. Electric potential due to positive charge. So due to positive charge, V2 is equals to positive kq upon R2. This is the equation number 2. This is the equation number 2. So now what we got? Electric potential due to negative charge, electric potential due to positive charge. Now we have to find out total charge. The total charge is V is equals to V1 plus V2, and so V is equals to V1 is negative kq upon R1 plus kq upon R2. Let's say kq is a common, so inside it is 1 upon R2 is a positive and 1 upon R1 is a negative. So we have to be solved here. V is equals to kq, LCM is R1, R2, this is R1 minus R2. Now what we have to be think about that? We have to be find out here value of R1 and value of R2. Value of R1 and value of R2, because we have to put here value of R1 and R2, by which you can able to find out in a easy manner. So how can we find out the value of R1 and R2? So let's try to understand how can we find out. So I am writing here by using geometry. What type of geometry we are going to be used here? Please try to understand because it is very important. You understood this A distance and all this. I am writing this A here. This distance A is here. Okay. So now what we have to be just do? Extend it. The line is going to be extended. Okay. And one other one, we have to do the construction here. I hope so you understood this. That's why I'm just doing the dark line here. And this thing you already understood. So I'm doing a dark line here. So extending it. Why we are extending it? We have to be just make this OP, we have to be extend till that this is going to be equal to the AP. This is going to be equal to the AP. Okay. Till that we have to be extend. And here we have to be just extend B point perpendicular on that particular OP, by which it is also perpendicular, by which the value of, let's say this is M and this is C. Okay, the value of this PC, the value of PC is equals to AP, is equals to AP. Okay, by construction. Why I did construction, I will explain in detail. Okay, now we already drawn the perpendicular BM to the OP and perpendicular AC. AC is perpendicular, okay, on PC. And now we draw this BM is a perpendicular to OB. So BM is perpendicular to, okay, BM, this is B, this is M, perpendicular to OP. Sorry, this is OP. And what we got in here, PC is equals to AP, and also PM is equals to PB. PM is equals to PB. So we will use it. Okay. So let's start here, by which you can able to understand what type of things I am going to be involved here. So by using geometry, I can say that this is the vertical opposite angle. This is theta, so this is also theta. Okay. So by using geometry, we are going to be start here. The basic things is in triangle. The triangle is OMB. One triangle is OMB. In this triangle, you can say that this is hypotenuse, this is your base, and this is your perpendicular. So we have to be find out the value of R2. The value of R2. What we have to do? We are using cos component because we have the value of hypotenuse. We have the value of hypotenuse, and this OM we will convert into R and R2. R and R2. Let's see how can I convert this OM in terms of R in terms of R2. So this is very easy. In triangle OMB, cos theta. So cos theta is equals to base upon hypotenuse. So base is OM and hypotenuse is OB. But we have the value of OB. The value of OB is A. So I got here OM is equals to A cos theta. Okay, OM is equals to A cos theta. Now I can say that OM is equals to OP minus MP. Yes or no? OM is equals to OP minus MP. So OP minus MP, A cos theta. What is the value of OP? The value of OP is small r. And what is the value of MP? I told you PM or MP is equals to PB, and the value of PB is R2. Okay, so I put it here R2 A cos theta. So let's find out the value of R2 is equals to R minus A cos theta. This is the equation number second. This is the equation number first. Okay, so what I got here? I got the value of R2. Okay, by using geometry, we have to be find the value of R1 and R2. R1 and R2. Now I am going to be just taking the triangle number OAC. So in triangle OAC, similarly cos theta is equals to, this is your hypotenuse, this is your base, and this is your perpendicular. So this is base upon hypotenuse. So what is the name of base is OC. OC is the base and hypotenuse is OA. I have the value of OA is A. So OC is equals to A cos theta. OC is equals to A cos theta. So OC is equal to A cos theta. It means we can just convert this OC in terms of that. If you are just think about that, PC minus OP. PC minus OP remaining is OC. So I can write down PC minus OP. PC minus OP A cos theta. And now see that PC is equal to AP. The value of AP is R1. The value of, okay, so the value of PC is R1 because by construction we drawn that PC is equals to AP. Now the value of OP. The value of OP is R A cos theta. So R1 is equals to plus R A cos theta. This is the equation number third. Now what we have to find out from equation number second and third, we have to find out first R1 minus R2, then we will find out R1 into R2. So let's find out first R1 minus R2. So what is the value of R1? r plus a cos theta and minus r minus a cos theta. So this is r plus a cos theta minus r plus a cos theta. So this negative positive cancel. This is 2a cos theta. So hopefully you got it, r1 minus r2. Now we have to find out r1 into r2. So this is r plus a cos theta and this is r minus a cos theta. And you know one formula, a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square. So r square minus a square cos square theta. So we put the value of r1 minus r2 and r1 r2 in the equation number first. So what we will get? V is equals to k cube, r1 minus r2 the value is 2a cos theta and divided by r square minus a square cos square theta. Generally you can say that this r, the value of this r is very greater than as compared to a. By using diagram you can also understand the value a is very smaller as compared to r, as compared to r1, as compared to r2. So we will neglect it. So this is going to be neglected. So if r is very greater than a, so this a becomes 0. So 0 multiplied with anything is 0. So remaining is v is equals to kq into 2a cos theta upon r square. So this is kp cos theta upon r square because p is equals to q into 2a. That particular concept we studied in the chapter number 1, electric dipole moment. So this q into 2a is replaced by p. Okay. So now what we have to be just think about the special case. So special case number 1, in this theta is equals to 0. When theta is equals to 0, electric potential is kp upon r square. And when theta is equals to 90, then electric potential is 0 because cos 90 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So I hope so we got the understanding how can we find out electric potential due to electric dipole. Why we keep this point P in that particular at an angle theta? Because it is a scalar quantity, it will not come in the axial condition and also it will be not come in the equator condition. Okay. Another two important condition I am going to be explaining here. So let's try to understand these important conditions. I hope so you understood till that. So the important condition about the electric potential due to electric dipole we are going to be understand after this.